What is up, y'all? Let's see. Hopefully it's going. I hope. There we go. What's going on, y'all? It is Friday, and we're going to do something just super quick, simple, easy, hopefully. So I found some more picks in my stash. This is called a daisy geranium pick, and this is 62254 SP16. And I believe I got these at shoplikejordan.com. They may not have these in stock anymore. I know I've had them for a while. But y'all know me, I love my geraniums during the summer. So I'm going to use these picks that I have. So it's just a daisy geranium pick, 62254 SP16. And I'm going to pair it with some greenery. This one, I believe, came from... Oh, goodness, I don't even know where this one came from. I know DecoExchange has one just like this. Has or had one just like this. This one doesn't even have a skew on it. Okay, so this is one of my favorite greenery types of greenery. I like the blades of the grass, and then the look of this leaf right there. Some filler bush from the Michaels. This one is just a white daisy bush. Good morning, y'all. So the skew is 10680,591, and that came from Michaels. I love these little daisy flowers. A 14-inch grapevine. This came from shoplikejordan.com. Y'all, that's where I get a lot of my grapevines from. shoplikejordan.com. And then just a bunch of red and white ribbons. But I definitely want to play off of this daisy ribbon. Look how cute that daisy ribbon is. Okay, so this one's RG0193824. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start making our bow. And I want my tail to be 7 inches. Then we're going to come in with 10 inches of ribbon, pinch, and twist. And then an 11-inch tail. We are going to make a half bow. Bringing in the Swiss dot. So now I'm just going to measure my tail the same way. Now we're going to go up in an inch. So now we're going to go to 11 inches. Pinch and twist. I'm going to just go off of the same length of ribbon that I did the first set of tails. Except this one's going the opposite direction. So notice my solid red with the lace trim is coming this way, and then this one's coming this way. And notice my tails are both going separate directions. Eleven inches. Okay, so that's what we should have so far. 3 loops and 6 tails. So that's all our 1.5 inch ribbons. We're just going to put those off to the side. So this one is just a Swiss dot, and I don't have a lot of it left, but I still want to use it. So making my tail. Now we're going up to 12 inches. Pinch and twist. And I actually had just enough ribbon, y'all. Do you see how I have this tail down here? That was actually worked out perfectly. So we went 10 inch, one 10 inch, two 11 inch, one 12 inch. Next we're going up to 13 inch. Good morning, y'all. 13 inch, pinch and twist. Remember, it's important that you do that pinch and twist so you can see the pretty side of that ribbon. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see the back side, you want to see the pretty side. Making sure I'm on that mark where I need to be. Yep. Pinch and twist. Like I said, y'all, it's really important that you do that pinch and twist, because that pinch and twist is pretty vital if your ribbon doesn't have a backing on it. And a lot of these ribbons don't. Now, some of your designer ribbons and very few of the ones that DecoExchange carries are double backed. So when you're looking at ribbons and you're making bows, just make sure that you always do that pinch and twist. Pinch and twist. That way that pretty side is towards you. So now we're going to 14 inches. This is our last set of loops. Our last loop, 14 inches. Pinch and twist. And I did make those tails long, and that's okay. Let's see, what do I have here? Okay, so let's see this. Just fold this in half, and we're gonna put that right back there as well. Okay, so coming in with my brown pipe cleaner, because my grapevine is brown. You can choose white, whatever color you want. Okay, just cinching that completely shut. And now we're going to attach our bow to our wreath. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and attach this right here in the bottom, not so far on the very bottom left hand corner, but you'll see normally I usually put it up here. I want this kind of right down here because I want my florals to come up. Okay. Y'all, we put everything but the kitchen sink in that bow again. So y'all, what are y'all's plans for the weekend? Mine, I think I'm going to go to a plant nursery and buy plants for all of our pots outside. Whoa. Good morning, y'all. Okay. So, we've made our bow. We've attached our bow. Okay, so we are going to start dovetailing our ribbons. And y'all remember this was the half bow method. And remember, if you were here on Tuesday, you saw the size comparison between a half bow and a full bow. But y'all, once you stick this in there, like, it really shows y'all. Let's see, did I make? Oh, so y'all look at this bow. This is like a full bow. This is a full bow that I made. But y'all look at it compared to the size of that half bow. So I think that's what I want to do. I think that's what I want to do. I'm not sure yet. Good morning, y'all. Okay, so I'm just dovetailing my ribbons. And I'm not going to dovetail those ribbons yet until I figure out what I'm doing with my florals. Okay, so now using one of my favorite greeneries. Y'all, if shoplikeJordan.com doesn't have this particular one, you can find one similar to it at Hobby Lobby. That's where I've found that greenery for years. Okay, so I didn't cut this tail, and I haven't cut this tail yet. Which, even though I probably should, but I'm not going to yet. I'm just going to curl that back in there and save that one for a rainy day. Okay. So now we're just going to come in and start adding our greenery. Making sure not to burn myself. Y'all, I do feel a lot better. So someone just asked about loops. How many loops do you put on a full bow and how many do you put on a half bow? Okay, so on this one we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 loops are on this half bow. If I did a full bow, I would need a total of 14 loops. So you can imagine how big that bow would look. It'd be double the size. So this is your bow part from right here. So imagine that on this side. So you're looking at a big bow. Just coming through, adding that greenery. Y'all know, if you've seen me before, y'all know I'm normally a full stem person. So, but sometimes on my greenery, I don't like to add the complete full stem in at one point. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But as far as like the daisy, geranium daisy pick goes, that I will add as a full stem. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Y'all look how pretty all that greenery looks, just like that. So next, coming in with our daisy geranium pick, which is 62254 SP16. I'm saying that again because we jumped a considerable amount of viewers. So this was 62254 SP16. The size of grapevine is 14 inches. This is a 14-inch grapevine. So now coming with that first geranium pick, right back behind that bow. Even though some of those florals are buried, but I want to make sure that every little nook and cranny is covered. Okay, so we're going to just trim that up. Just gotta fluff around, play with it a little bit. Add that in. Oh. Good morning, y'all. So someone asked, Jordan, what can you do when the grapevine is very thin to ensure the picks stay in place? So if you run into that problem that your grapevine isn't as tight the way this one is, you can buy, there's a thing called binding wire. You can find it at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. What I would do, and it's the same color as the grapevine, is choose a spot on that grapevine and just wrap it around there. I would definitely go back through with that wire, that binding wire, and just follow, like how this right here has that vine going through. I would follow that exact same vine, kind of, just a little bit, and that way it can compact it just slightly. Okay, now you want to make sure that when you do that, that you don't make your grapevine too tight, because that can happen. So you just want to make sure that you don't do that, because then your picks won't go through. And you know what? I found mine the other day, that binding wire, and I put it down somewhere, and obviously it's not anywhere near me right now. But it's just on a little spool. It's in the section where they have in my Hobby Lobby, where they have the like the grapevines and the moss and all that in that very back part. That's where I found that. Yeah, and just remember, grapevines are a natural product, so they're not all 100% perfect. Some have, like this one right here, actually has a clump of pine needles right there. So and about 95% of the time, I cover up almost all of my grapevine. Okay, so we added in those picks, and y'all look at that. Look how cute that is. So we added in those geranium picks, which were 62254 SP16. So next we're going to add in our daisies, our little dancing daisies. Not a lot of these. I just want a few. I say that and watch me add the whole bush. So I just push those up, and that's what I love about a lot of the bushes that I do buy. Always make sure you can push that greenery up. So someone asked, besides Deco Grapevines, do you prefer Michaels or Hobby Lobby? Recently I've seen that Michaels has changed their grapevines. I used to love getting their grapevines from there, but they've changed them to like a chunky material, and I don't like that. So I would say Hobby Lobby would be your next best bet as far as grapevines go. But for me, I always know that with Deco, they're gonna be probably about the same quality across the board. Okay. So now we're just gonna add in our daisies, our little dancing daisies. But if you're in a pinch and you need a grapevine like now, and you have one of those craft stores, one of the big box stores, I mean, I've bought them at all of them, and I've not had a problem. I just know that recently Michaels has switched their grapevines out to something else. Okay, so we've added in some of those little daisies. And now I'm going to come through and come on the bottom part of the wreath. Okay, so just adding in these little daisies. Remember, y'all, I said we're only going to add a little bit, and I've ended up using the entire bush, basically. Now, that's why as a wreath maker, for me, I always buy them in bulk. Like, when I place an order for grapevines, I'm not buying like 2 or 3. I'm buying 12, 14, 16 of them. Now, I know not everyone has the space or the means to do that, but that's what I normally do. So that way, because if you've followed me before, you know that I live 2.5 hours away from the closest craft store. So I just can't get in my car and go. Sometimes I do, but sometimes it just doesn't work that way. So I always have a few piles of both 14 and 16-inch grapevines. And to finish this off, I love to do this right here. I find my middle of my bow and I stick some florals, whether it's florals or greenery. That way it all ties into each other. So just trimming that tail. So all of my grapevines I'm using now have come from shoplikejordan.com. Okay, so y'all, look, we are done. Just gotta clean up the back just a little bit. Some of those picks did poke through. Not very many of them. That's 4, 5 little picks. Okay, so yeah, look how cute this grapevine came out. This is perfect for summer. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, I wish I had some little ladybugs, because I would put those on some of the flowers and on some of the leaves, just because I think ladybugs would look really cute with this. Okay, so we started off with that 14-inch grapevine, then we made our bow, and we did our 11-inch loop, 12-inch loop, 13-inch loop, and then 14-inch loops. And like I've said, when I say 14 inches, that's the length of ribbon I made. So I went from 1 to 14 and then pinched it together to create my loop. Okay? So there it is, y'all. Absolutely love how this came out. And I love that. I love like the flowers that I chose, because those in the wind, they're gonna dance just like that. So I love adding that little bit of character to my wreaths like that, because those are just gonna dance in the when the breeze comes through. Okay, so y'all, that's all I have for y'all. Remember, we are live every Tuesday through Friday, at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time here on YouTube, and then at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on the DecoExchange Facebook page. Okay, so, y'all, I think that's all I have for y'all today. I will catch y'all later, and I will see you next time. Bye, y'all.